Hey friends! In today's video, I'm going to continue with last week's video. So this is going to be part 2 of the 50 facts about me. When I'm expected to sit at a table with other people, I always try to get a corner seat so then there's only one person on one side of me and I feel less trapped. I really want to scratch a capybara's lower back because I love those animals so much. They're so cute, and when you scratch their lower back, they kind of fall over and have this blissful smile on their faces because they're loving it so much. When I get up in the morning, I eat breakfast in my pajamas, and after that I, shower, get dressed, brush my teeth. It never really made sense to me to do it the other way around like some people do. I mean, brushing your teeth before you eat, like, ugh. And then if you're already dressed, you might spill all your breakfast over your clothes because you're not really awake yet. And yeah, unless I'm in a hotel or staying with a host, because then it's common courtesy to get dressed and take care of that morning breath, I just, lounge in my pajamas, eat my breakfast, and then getting on with the day. I seem to be one of the only people in the world who really doesn't like the TV show Friends. It just really annoys me. I can't even watch it for 2 minutes. Yeah, don't hate me. When an actor or actress has unusual eyes, and it can be anything, it can be the eye shape, it can be the eye color, the opacity of the eyes, anything really, the lashes, it just really distracts me from the movie, and I find myself having a hard time, focusing on the story in the movie because I'm just staring at those eyes the whole time thinking, they're so weird. I dip my sandwiches in my coffee regularly, and some people think that's rude, but if it's acceptable to dip your bread in your soup, it's also acceptable to dip your sandwich in your coffee. This is probably a weird one, but I like the smell of fresh bunny poop. It just smells like warm hay. I don't understand people who get bored. I mean, there's millions of things you can do that are really fun and interesting. I never know what to do first. Even though I know inks and certain paints will stain my hands, I still refuse to wear gloves. And to be honest, I don't really care if that means walking around with stains on my hands for a week. I just don't. I have a tendency to close closet doors while my head is still in the closet. Therefore, I smack my face with the door, and I even have a small scar on my face from a really hard slapping of the door into my face. It happens a lot. I'm very interested in natural phenomena, including natural disasters like volcano eruptions, tornadoes, tidal waves, and I would really love to see those things with my own 2 eyes. Don't get me wrong, I know that it can cause a lot of suffering, and I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about the beauty of the actual phenomena, and I would really, really like to see that. Just maybe not that close, because I still want to live to tell about it. This is a very random one. Well, not that the other ones aren't random, but my favorite lollipop flavor is cherry. I was bullied in elementary school and most of high school, so school really wasn't such a great time for me. I burn candles every day. If circumstances allow it, one of the things I would really love to do in the next few years is go on the trail of El Camino del Rey in Spain. It was world's most dangerous hike, and some daredevils still did it. You can look on YouTube to see breathtaking, very scary footage of that. But now, it wasn't really accessible, but people were still risking their lives and climbing on it and everything. But now they made it accessible again and much safer for a wider audience, and it still looks really spectacular, and it still looks more than scary enough, so I would really, really love to do that. It's absolutely something on my bucket list that is very high on the list that I really, really want to do. I love learning new things, and I need at least 50 more lifetimes to even get a fraction of all the skills and all the knowledge I would like to obtain. I prefer an electric stove over a gas stove because ever since I was a kid I got creeped out by the blue flames of the gas, and it's also just too dangerous as far as I'm concerned. Having the open flames, I can already see my hair getting in it and you know, and or my towel being on it and catching fire. Yeah, no, not doing it. When I know that I'm gonna be somewhere where I can't go to the toilet instantly, I have to pee really urgently right away, even if I just went 5 minutes ago. It's just the thought of not being able to go that makes me have to pee all the time, very urgently. It sucks. Squeezing out ingrown hairs gives me a weird kind of satisfaction. It seems like everyone likes tiramisu. What is up with that? I don't like it. I am so sensitive when it comes to anything sad to do with animals. I can't even watch some family movies that are about animals because I worry that it's gonna be sad, and even though I know it's gonna end well because it's a family movie, the sad parts, I just cannot handle it. Cannot. Even if I've seen the movie before, I would have to tape it and fast forward the sad parts, because if it's about people, no problem. If it's about an animal, I just cannot handle it. When the sun goes down, I get very sleepy instantly. It's like, it doesn't even matter how early it is, if it's like 4 or 5 p.m. It's like my brain is telling my body, hey, the sun went to sleep, so should you. Yeah, it's very, very inconvenient. One of my favorite parts of Christmas are all the beautiful lights, but one of the things I dislike most about Christmas is putting up the lights. I have a learning disorder called dyscalculia, which basically means that it's really difficult for me to do anything to do with numbers and abstract thinking. What I just said might confuse you because in part 1 of the video I told you I have a degree in computer programming. Well, this is another fact about me. Because I had that disorder and I still have it, it doesn't go away or anything. People sometimes thought I wasn't very smart because things can be a lot more difficult for me, more challenging. And I wanted to prove to them and to myself that I have a normal IQ, I'm a bright girl, and I can do whatever I set my mind to, even if it means doing the most difficult thing possible for me, which includes a lot of abstract thinking, a lot of numbers, a lot of math, formulas, all those things, and that's how computer programming came to mind. And I did it, I studied it, I had great grades, and I have the degree, and I just proved to everyone that it doesn't mean that people say, oh, if you have that disorder, you can do a lot of things, you're bright, but you cannot do that because your brain just not wired properly for you to be able to do that. If you want to, if you really want to, if you really commit, you can. You can do anything. Might be a lot more difficult, but you can. Believe that. Trust that. Remember that. I'm from Belgium and the language I speak is Flemish Dutch. Money really isn't that important to me as long as I have enough money to live somewhat comfortably and a bit extra to do some fun things and to buy some things. I'm more than happy. I don't need any more. Of course, that doesn't mean that I would mind winning the lottery, but yeah, some people are very focused on money and I'm not. I'd rather be healthy and happy, and the money, that's just, money doesn't make you happy. So, we reached the end of the 50 facts about me part 2. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you got to know me a little bit better, good and bad. And yes, if you enjoyed the video, I would like it if you would give it a thumbs up. And of course, if you haven't subscribed yet, I would love you to. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye!